Remember that gun I mentioned they purchased from the gun range? Important to note here, according to NBC News 4 in Washington, D.C., Maggle Hayes told detectives that the first shot from Brendan Banfield didn't kill Joseph Ryan. So Banfield told Maggle Hayes to go get the gun purchased from the range. She did, and she shot Joseph Ryan a second time, ultimately killing him. And Vinny, there was more. Banfield went as far as to soundproof the house. Now, in a police interview obtained by NBC4, Juliana says Brendan was the, quote, mastermind who came up with the plan to stage Christine's murder. Brendan made changes to the house to soundproof it. He put in, quote, very expensive new windows, and she says they tested the noise levels. And Vinny, I want to take a listen to a portion of that same police interview obtained by NBC4 where Juliana describes instructions to the game that they gave to Joseph Ryan before he arrived. Take a listen to this.
We told other people before that it was kind of part of the game where the person gets in the bedroom and then I react like scared, like try to run or try to scream, but like or if the person starts doing something, she would just get kind of freaked out and try to resist. But it was like part of the game.
So, Vinny, this seems like all the elements of some underlying setup, but of course we don't officially know that. We'll have to wait to see what comes out during the trial in court.
All right, thanks, Cody. She shot Joseph Ryan. He's an armed IRS agent trained. He took her to the shooting range. Brings us to the next question in our investigation. Why did the au pair shoot Joseph Ryan? Why? Still with me, private investigator Lauren Vellucci, retired police detective, forensic educator, Dr. Mike McCutcheon. All right, Dr. Mike McCutcheon, let me ask you, when law enforcement gets trained, do they get trained on how to stop a threat? And as part of the training that you fire once and then you find a 22-year-old Brazilian au pair to go downstairs and retrieve a gun to finish him off?
Yeah, that's like a basic training. We do that all the time. We find random people to give guns to and say, I'm going to shoot first and then see what happens. I mean, this is just the craziest fake story. This is, again, speculating. We don't know the interaction between the two individuals that were killed. We don't know what their interaction was. And it could have been where he comes in there thinking he's going to be doing some role play, and then he realizes that it's really not. And so he shoots this gentleman, and then the wife is still alive. She's still alive. And so Joseph Ryan needs to be killed. And so he says, hey, you need to kill Mr. Ryan. I'm going to end up killing my wife because we can't shoot her because that way it won't fit our story. So my speculation is he injured Mr. Ryan, and then he needed to kill his wife so that it can look like this Mr. Ryan was stabbing her. And so the au pair then had to finish him off because maybe he was still alive. Maybe he was fighting. Certainly he may have been fighting for his life. So I think that the reason why she did, I mean, certainly it's crazy if, as soon as you thought there was somebody in your house, you'd say, go call 911. I'm going to go in and check this out. So, I mean, the story is just ridiculous to start with. But I do think that time frame there is because they had two people to kill, and he couldn't kill them both, and one had to specifically be stabbed to death to try to fit their narrative of this person breaking in.
Now, Lauren Vellucci, you're too young for this, but in the Andy Griffith Show, Deputy Barney Fife would be given only one bullet by the sheriff, and he had it in his pocket. That's the only scenario where you would need the au pair to finish the threat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's insanity. Just shoot one more time. What do you think was his real game plan here for why he had the au pair finish off Joseph Ryan?
Well, given the fact that he cared no cares for his child, I think that it was most likely because if if something went down, they didn't get away with this murder, he had her to fall back on because he wanted her to take a shot at him too. That made her complicit and a murderer as well. So he could possibly blame it on her. I just think she flipped faster than him. And I really, truly do. He took her to the gun range to practice shootings. She knew nothing about that prior. And like you said, there was absolutely no reason for her to have to shoot him. And he was there murdering his wife, stabbing her in front of Juliana, and she still went through with this. So I don't know if there was some manipulation going on there. I'm not giving her a pass or any sympathy, but definitely more to, behind the scenes, I think, in both of their brains than we know about.
The other thing here, Mike, when we talk about the timing of that morning, is that if he's at the McDonald's parking lot, it's going to take some time to get back to the house. She's not calling until he enters the house. I mean, there's time for him to actually go upstairs and confront Christine, who is sleeping. I mean, there's a lot of things in this plan that could have gone really south very quickly. What are your thoughts about all of that? Does that make his plan, his story, less believable, more believable?
His story is not believable at all. Like, we put this in a real life scenario. I've been called to hundreds of calls where somebody calls the police and says, I think someone's in my house. And I don't say, okay, well, find a 22-year-old, get a gun and head on inside. They say, I am outside. I'm at my neighbor's house. If this played out like they said it really did, and she says, oh, I pull up and I think there's somebody in the house, as a law enforcement officer, he'd say, do not go in. Call 911 right now, and I'm on my way. Like, he's going to want backup as well, because he wouldn't want to go in there if he didn't have to. I mean, certainly if he thought his wife was in danger and he's going in, fine. But come on.
You just turned on a light bulb over my head, Dr. Mike McCutcheon. The 911 call needs to be made at the time that the au pair calls him. That's like the first thing you do. Incredible.
Yes.
That's why we have you guys
Get
on.
out of the house.
That's why we have you guys on. Dr. Mike McCutcheon, Lauren Vellucci, thank you so much. Appreciate it.